Greetings and salutations all. This lesson is how to play guitar in the style of Robin Trower's Bridge of Sighs outro licks. And the first thing I want to cover will trace back to the first part of how to play Bridge of Sighs, part 1. So I can show you guys a couple different ways of playing those inflection licks, or in other words, the call and response from the basic structure of Bridge of Sighs with the chords and the licks that he puts and implements with his inflections in between, which again is call and response. So the first thing we are going to do is cover those licks, and I want to let you guys know very quickly what my settings are with my amp. I am not using the Boss Katana this time around. I have my Roland Cube, my little practice amp, and my settings are, first, the model amp that I'm on is the Classic Stack. And then I have my gain up about 45%. So the tone is at about 45%, and the delay is all the way up. And my master volume is, like if you're at 12 o'clock and you go to the halfway point between 50% or halfway up and all the way. So I'm about 1.5 with my volume up. Okay, and of course, we are in E flat tuning. Let me give you my low E. And as you can see, my toggle switch is all the way up, so I'm on the neck pickup. All right, so here we go. Let me get a little closer so you guys can see these licks much better. And the first of which is I'm going to cover when he does this one, right? So we're on the 7th fret of the G, 5th fret of the B. Okay, and we go back and forth like so. And then we're going to go to the 6th fret of the G, and then the 5th fret of the D. And give it a little vibrato, right? So. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys a couple different ways you can do that lick. So, if you go to the 9th fret and the 7th fret, like so. Okay, and then we're going to go to the 8th fret of the D and slide up on the D to the 11th fret, and then we're going to go to the A string on the 10th fret. So like so. Notice they're the same notes. And then there's one other way you can do this, starting in the same manner and position, 7th fret to 9th fret, and then we're going to go here to the 6th fret, and end on the 10th fret of the A. So okay, and then we got this one. So that's slide up from the 9th to the 12th, go to the 9th on the G, and that's 9 and 12 on the D. And then we're going to go to the G string, on the 9th fret to the 12th fret and give it some vibrato. So now here is the other variation for that. 7th fret, okay, and 5th fret. So 7 and 5 and 8 and 5. And then lastly, we got this one. Hit the open E, hammer on pull on the B string on the 3rd fret, and then grab this G string on the 2nd fret and bend it up. Okay? And lastly, I want to show you guys this one. Okay, you take your index finger, go to the 8th fret of the B. Put your pinky on the 12th fret of the high E, and then use your middle finger here on the 10th fret. Like so. One more time. All right. Now we're going to get into the licks of the outro of Bridge of Sighs, okay? Now, in the outro, right after the chorus, okay, he's going to do this, which we covered in the first lesson. So you're going to hit the open E, and do that double stop on the high E and the B, right? And your middle finger on the A string on the 2nd fret, okay? Then hit the open E string again, and then the double stop again, and then bar the G and the B on the 2nd fret and just tug it down slightly and let it come back to its natural position, like so. All right, then he's just going to play this. Now, what you're going to hear is these overdubs. The first of which is from the 5th fret to the 7th fret to the 9th fret. Then he's going to hit the open E. So like so. Okay, one more time. Now he's going to do something very similar with the D string here, beginning on the 2nd fret of the D, the 4th fret of the D, and the 5th fret of the D, and then hit the open E, like so. So those two, one more time. So keep in mind, those are overdubs, meaning they are two separate guitar tracks, two separate recordings. That's overdubs, all right? Now, the main hook riff for the ending of the song with the outro riffs or licks is going to be this one. And then, of course, you got this in there as well. So one more time. So we're going from the 2nd fret of the D, 4th fret of the D, to the 5th fret of the D. Then we're going to go 5th fret of the A to the 7th fret of the A, and then grab this D string on the 7th fret, give it a pretty good tug, and then come back here on the A string of the 5th fret and slide up to the 7th fret on the A. One more time, like so. And of course, you're going to be hearing those overdubs in the background that I just showed. Now, finally, what happens here is there is a unison bend, which he's going to do here on the 7th and the 5th fret of the G and the high B string, respectively, right? So what you want to do is you're going to bend this note right here on the G string of the 7th fret to the same pitch as this note right here on the 5th fret of the B string. That's a unison bend. So you're going to hear, D string, 2nd fret. Okay, last thing I want to show you guys is something that Trower does a lot, and it's also in this outro in his licks that he's doing with the overdubs. If you take your index finger and you bar the 9th fret of the D and the G string, and you're just going to hammer and pull both of these strings on the 12th fret as well. So you're going to go like this. No picking. And then he'll put a variation in with that by hammering on simultaneously with the pinky and the ring finger on the D string of the 11th fret and the G string of the 12th fret, like so. Alright everyone, that completes these lessons on Robin Trower's Bridge of Sighs. I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed this. I know that I did. I hope you learned a lot. To me, this is one of the most legendary electric blues songs ever recorded. I really love Robin Trower, and I hope that this lesson and what I've shared with you of how to play this song and all the licks and inflections and variations, I hope it has helped you tremendously. Please like, share, subscribe, post me a comment, and I will see you guys in the next lesson. Take care, everyone, and have a great one. Good night.